Alright, folks, we seem to be existent. Which is nice. It is nice to be existent. Okay, we're alive. Nice. So I ended up rereading the letter from telling me to go to work today. And I realized that they probably want me to read this beforehand. So that's what we're going to be doing real quick. We will be reading this real quick before we head over to Easthaven. Let me just, you know, get myself over here, the reading corner, like a fella. We got a lot to get through. Hello, Willow. So since we got a lot to get through, we're gonna be going. I'm not gonna, not gonna be stopping unless I have a comment, but okay. My day's been pretty good, Willow. I just have to speed read this book before I go to work at the library, the bookstore, because they wanted that and I didn't realize that until now, so I'm intelligente. Just like clockwork, murder on the Ironstone Express. Prologue. Whistles blew as footsteps marched through the dark alleyway. The scorching sun shone down, piercing the windows of nearby homes. The sounds of... Why am I struggling? The sounds of boots became clearer and clearer as a figure covered in old dusty rags sprinted through the market square. The thick dust clouds and the busy crowd began to cover the figure as they massed themselves in the customers, blending in, hoping to be concealed by the surroundings. Dashing into a chapel, the figure looks around to find an exit. Come on, the figure mumbles, sporadically darting around for something to use. The figure tips over vases, looks under benches, but nothing can be found. The echoey prison the figure now finds themselves in looms over them. Slow footsteps echo throughout the large chamber. The noise fills the room entirely, making it unclear to know where they are coming from. I know you didn't do it, Razor. A kind voice reaches out to the figure. The voice pierces the loud footsteps and yells from outside as the police search around for Razor. It wasn't me, I was framed! Razor's voice whimpers as tears stream down his cheeks. The slow footsteps approach Razor as a hand presses gently down on Razor's shoulders. I know, the kind voice responds. The chapel doors burst open as police funnel into the chapel. Razor, you are under arrest for the theft of the Crimson Jewel. The entering voice booms and reverbs around the chapel walls. Razor scuttles backwards in fear. No, I didn't do it, Razor quivers. The facts are clear and the evidence points to you. It's over. A tall man with dark hair and a mustache, wearing a tight and clean uniform, steps forward. Man pulls out a pair of handcuffs and rattles them in a taunting fashion as he wears a smirk across his face. Time to go. The man's boots squeak as they edge closer. Their polish reflects in the harsh sunlight. I don't think that is necessary, Captain Telfold, the kind voice replies as a young man with light brown hair, sky blue eyes, and a cane steps in front of Razor. Telfold's eyes narrow and his smirk quickly fades as he glares at the young man with suspicion. Are you willing to help this boy? He is a criminal. The captain looks at the young man with a cocky eyebrow raise. Well, that's the thing. He isn't a criminal. The young man locks eyes with the captain. The chapel bells sing out across the town. The bell chimes stretch out through the chapel corridors, carried by the wind throughout the town square. And how would you know that, boy? You may think you're some kind of investigator, but I am with the police. Telfold's sharp tone cracks like a harsh whip. Razor flinches and looks up at the young man. The young man seems by this vocal attack on him, and a small grin spreads across his face. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a wallet. He begins to unfold it and holds it up for the captain to see. Private Investigator John Coggs. The captain's nose twitches at this statement. His face slowly crinkles like wet paper. That's a lie, but regardless, even if you were a private investigator, what do you know? I bet you're just a rookie trying to act like a big shot. The captain snorts in amusement. A police officer behind the captain lowers their weapon. The captain's head cracks back to look at them. Why are you lowering your weapon? The angered eyes of the captain stare at the officer. This boy is no threat to us. He is just a simple rookie trying to act all high and mighty. He is nothing compared to me, the captain boasts. With all due respect, sir, are you aware of the name John Coggs? The officer politely asks the captain. The captain's eye darts to the other officers, then back to the officer questioning the captain's knowledge. The wind quietly howls through the windows of the chapel, filling the chamber with a chill breeze. Why would I know a John Coggs or anything about them? The captain chuckles, as if knowing about John would be an insult to his own image. Taking a sip of water. Ah, the good stuff. I'm doing pretty good. Just, reading this book before the library meeting. Well, bookstore. I'm too used to saying library. The bookstore meeting. So far, I really like the story, honestly. This John Coggs character is mysterious and nice. They're portrayed as kind, but it's like, who are you, good sir? Who are you? Also, this captain's arrogant. I will slap him. I will commit the kill. I'm kidding, but... Well, sir, John Coggs has been officially classified as the best detective in Britain. He has been nicknamed Britain's ace by the head of Scotland Yard herself. He is even attending the most prestigious university for detectives under the personal invitation of the headmistress herself. The captain steps back, baffled at this new information. A small drop of sweat drips from his brow. That's impossible! That's some kind of lie! It has to be! The captain snaps and points at John in disgust. Footsteps from behind the police platoon approach. I assure you that it is all true. The captain looks around his officers to see a lady dressed in a lovely embroidered school uniform. Ooh? Who is this? Christine Wayridge, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you know this boy. The captain steps back in surprise after seeing the Windcross's university emblem. I do not think you should be pointing the finger at anyone, Captain, especially after what we found in your safe. John steps forward. The captain darts around and glares at John with anger in his eyes, with sweat starting to drip from his forehead. What are you talking about? Razor is the criminal here. Why aren't we arresting him? The captain steps towards Razor with the handcuffs grasped tight, but John steps between them as Christine approaches from behind. You see, Captain Tuffold, you were trying to frame Razor is a really... I can speak. You trying to frame Razor is a really low blow. After all, it was you who stole the Crimson Jewel, right? The captain snaps back to Christine as his eyes twitch with rage. That's not true. I am a high-ranking captain. You cannot accuse me of such a thing. The captain steps closer to Christine and looks at a handkerchief she is holding that appears to have something within it. Yes, you might be a captain, but you certainly did not live up to that rank. You wanted more from the job. You didn't feel like you were respected enough for what you did. You craved money, power, status, and would do or frame anyone to get that. The captain twitches slightly as John explains the captain's true wishes. The captain begins to sweat more as John carries on with his explanation. Suddenly, the captain snatches the napkin from Christine and begins to run. However, he did not get far before Razor tackles him. The napkin is freed from the captain's grasp and falls to the ground. As the napkin unfolds, an egg rolls out and cracks against the wooden cobblestones. They tricked him! They got him now! Hey, Jim. Welcome Willow, welcome Flame. I liked that twist. They totally tricked him to see his reaction, to see if they were the criminal. I like that. I like that a lot. What is this? The captain yells, turning over the handkerchief, trying to find the jewel. Well, I figured maybe you will out yourself, so I switched it out, John explains as he pulled the jewel from his top pocket. You tricked me, the captain angrily exclaims as he is picked up and handcuffed by the other officers. Pardon me. John hands the jewel over to the police and walks away with Christine. Nice work getting into the safe, John comments. Yeah, well, I suppose I can admit that your plan was a decent one at least, Christine begrudgingly admits. The two walk away and let the police deal with the corrupt captain and allow Razor to leave with his name cleared. I'm expecting great things out of Christine and Christine and John's, dynamic, that's the term. Yeah, I really am liking this prologue. The two walk away and let the police deal with the corrupt captain and allow Razor to leave with his name cleared. A short man with a coat and a tie runs up to John and Christine and hands them a letter. Telegraph for you, sir. Madame Roslem has requested your return to the university at once. The two open the telegram and look around. Yeah, do you know any modes of transportation to get us there? John asks the man. Don't worry, sir. Madame Roslem has provided tickets to the Ironstone Express with this telegraph. So that's how they get to the Ironstone Express. You will find that it gets you to the city next to the university. Christine takes the telegraph and pulls out the tickets. A large symbol of a train marks the tickets with pride. Why are cats trying to die in my background? Knox, be nice to Motor. The man leaves, leaving John and Christine to make their way to the Ironstone station. And that is, I'm pretty sure that this was Callum, aka Mystic Shadow. I'm not talking about like character Callum. I'm talking about Callum. My fellas, this. I like this. I am expecting great things from Christine and John's dynamic. Also, I'm wondering if Razor's just out of the picture now, but it would kind of be interesting if they somehow came in later. I am excited. Anyway, now that that's been read, I need to get moving. I need to go head on to clock into work at some point. Well, I will. It's actually, I'm gonna go check on Pilf, fish friend. I'm gonna check and see if they ate anything. I don't know how often they need to eat, but you know, checking to see if, you know. Okay, they still got food, they're fine. Then we'll go check on Osiris and Blank, if Blank's still here. Hey, Molly. Alright, Pierre. Hello, Safety Lion. Brain, please. They're over here. Cyrus is doing fine. Hello, Blank. Hello, Cyrus. Okay, y'all are doing good. Just checking. Sorry to barge in. Alright, so everyone's doing okay. Make sure I have my money on me. Got the gold, the iron, the silver. Okay, I got my stuff on me. So that means we're ready for a trip to Easthaven. Or as he said, Kalim and Mythos help bring back my love. Yeah. Is that a Ruta I see? Also, if you hear silverware, I'm so sorry. I also got dinner before I started this stream, which I would have waited until I finished, but time. Alright, so we're gonna... We'll be heading. I advise getting dinner. Food is good, food is delicious, and this stream will always be here later. Alright, if you want to stay, that's perfectly fine. Just eat at some point, or you will feel my wrath if you do not do this sustenance. Ruta's sleepy, otherwise I would have been like, hello Ruta, come exist. Be friend. Ruta is here with me in spirit. Sleep is not for the weak. I actually had to catch up on sleep because I'm dumb. So like the night before last night, like last night I stayed up till like 3 a.m. Dumb of me. Considering the night before that, I didn't sleep at all. So today I just slept until like 6. So commit the sleep, or you will have to just randomly sleep during the day to catch up. And here we be. It be Fairy Village, on car. Am I one barring? I'm not one barring. I was nearly one barring earlier. It was not cool. You recognized NCIS in the back. Flame, congrats to you, yes. My parents around this time tend to eat dinner. Actually, this is a bit late for them to eat dinner, but we tend to eat dinner and they tend to watch TV. Well, they do, and they are currently watching NCIS. Alright, hi Brian. Byron. You're not Brian, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just have a quick chat with some of these. The man is tidying up the kitchen. He would be humming a nice tune to himself. He would not notice you. Okay, fair. Actually, I'll come talk to y'all after I go to Easthaven, to be honest. Hi, Petra! Oh, you working on something cool. That looks cool. That looks really cool. Okay, here we go. Gino, take me to Easthaven, please. Theme song is what gave it away, yeah. Indeed, I almost fell asleep in class. If I did that, I would have gained a -1 brownie points from the teacher. Oh, I feel like, oh, there are people here. Why are there people? Oh, hello.
Hello. Hey, Swan.
Hey. I didn't expect to see y'all here. Oh, well, you, I should. But, hi, Sin.
I came because I came here earlier and I wanted to test something out.
Oh, what are you testing?
Earlier I met Mint and Mint gave me mana-infused coins when we went to the thing, and then like my eyes started to like change a little.
Oh?
Really?
That is indeed actually interesting.
I would need to test some more on it.
Well, I'm here for work.
I'm curious now. The research calls to me. I'm kidding. I am curious though. I guess y'all are waiting because it casually be night.
Well, I mean, it's about to turn day, so.
Oh, nice.
I'm assuming you got your book as well?
Yep, I actually just read it because I reread the work notice and realized they wanted me to read it before I came here. Which...
I got mine this morning and whatnot. I was helping some people move in, so...
Huh, that's nice. You getting humans.
Well, not all of them, but...
Well, fair.
People are still people.
I've just been working on making a war memorial.
A war memorial, huh?
Yeah, considering there was a war that finally had peace between Vanguard/Blood Oath and Library and our allies, I decided to make a war memorial because we all came to, you know, the decision we should never war between players ever again, considering it could negatively affect the people of this world and they don't have, you know, they don't come back, so.
Yeah, very agreeable.
Well, it's
So,
open.
Oh, it's open
nice.
now.
We can venture. I hate not being able to fly. I wonder if I can somehow get a permit to be like, hello, can I wear my power armor within the city? Can I fly?
Honestly, you probably have to talk to the Royals about that.
Yeah, probably. Wonder if I could arrange that.
I don't have anything on me except gummy bears now.
I almost instinctively tried to fly, and then oh wait, did I forget to bring food? I have 38 cookies, we're fine.
I've got a lot of corned beef, so I'm all good.
I forgot to grab, well, oh wait, I just realized in character, my character can't eat food, and then I just said, did I bring food? Ignore that! My character can't eat food, it's just Minecraft mechanics.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm ready to go.
We venture. I still wonder who built a lot of the technological stuff of this city, probably related to a royal, but it's still hella cool.
Possibly.
I think
Yeah, this is all immersive engineering technology.
I haven't delved into that stuff much, which is, I should more. I'm wondering if I could pick anything up from here.
It's a more efficient way to get energy, electricity, RF, other than having to build those giant machines that I'm sure you've seen Jazzy make.
Yeah.
And of course I'm lagging here. Oof.
I was lagging
It's-
before
it's
the stream. I was
it's
like
the
one
other
lagging.
side. The other side. The part
I'm
that
good, though.
kills me.
I'm good though, I'm good though. Alright, here we are.
Well,
We be.
I'll see y'all later then. I'm gonna go try to figure out something at the casino.
Alright.
Okay, see you
Take
later.
care,
Sam.
good sir.
Bye. I'll catch up with you some other time.
Oh, looks like Josiah's not. They might be upstairs, actually.
Yeah, most likely.
Easthaven Book Club meeting room. Ah, here we be.
Yep, this is it.
Do you want to read for Josiah?
Yeah, sure. Hello there. I'm glad you can make it to the meeting. Please feel free to help yourself to some cupcakes and discussions with light-minded individuals. Today we'll be discussing the prologue to the new incoming mystery novel, Just Like Clockwork.
Well, I guess we're clocking into work.
Mm-hmm. Ah, just on time. Today should be a relatively simple workday for you. I want you to simply mingle and lend some discussions with other members of the book club. If your communication is satisfactory to me, then you will be paid with your wage and you'll be free to go. It's as simple as that.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
fairly
feasible.
confident. Oh, I haven't seen some of these humans before. Oh, Athena's here.
Athena, last time I saw her, she was at the
yeah, she was in the bank. Hello, Athena.
Spoke very cryptically.
Yeah. The familiar gray-eyed girl stands in her own corner of the room, reading through the book. She would have the same indifferent expression on her face as she usually does. Is this young woman really a royal? Hey, what do you think of the new book? She glances up at you, her eyes narrowing. Are you new or an employee? Huh? Oh dear. Individuals who are new to this establishment are quite aware of my identity and therefore do not make it a habit to speak with me on such casual terms. Granted, those who are unaware of who I am may not be as wise and therefore make errors in communicating with me. However, employees would feel an obligation to speak with me, given that communication with customers or club members is almost certainly in the job description, seeing as how the ability to seem personable would be a trait that most jobs ask for. So which is it? Are you new or an employee?
Very, very cryptic stuff.
I would have spoken to you anyway, to be honest, because you... Not gonna lie, the way you speak makes me very curious about you, ma'am.
Yeah, lots of words, lots of descriptions,
Yeah.
but...
We're employees.
We're employees.
She looks back down at the book, flipping through the pages. Rather little to take from it. Additionally, the diction and syntax utilized are rather elementary. Naturally, I have read more impressive works of literature, including the notoriously dull works of nonfiction that most people would avoid sticking their nose into. Were I to have more information on the cast of players on this train, the protagonists shall board, I am rather certain I would be able to predict the ending. As it stands now, I suppose their written methods of entrapment are complex enough to be above average. We're getting into word analysis here. Understandable.
Yeah.
But it's not always the funnest to try to predict the ending, though. Thanks, I guess. Hopefully that opinion of mine shall be enough for your paycheck. I just wanted to have your opinion, ma'am, but okay. Well, she's very intelligent.
We got some very interesting faces around here.
Yeah. Who do you, I chose Athena. Who do you want to talk to next?
Let's go with Let's go with Brooke over here.
All right.
The girl is heavily distracted by the new book. She's reading it with such an intense gaze. Her eyes taking into every detail on the page. She seems quite focused. Now that you think about it, wasn't this the same girl that always reads the book in the market square? Does she do this thing, but does she do anything but read? It's as though every time you see her, her nose is in a book, and she doesn't notice you. Too distracted in her own world. She must really like books.
Someone likes books more than me? Impossible. I'm kidding. That is some dedication. I respect that. By the way, what did you think of the book yourself? Have you read it?
Yeah, I read it this morning. I checked my mailbox.
I loved how they tricked the fella. They tricked the fella.
Starting off, in my opinion, starting off a story that way, where it's in the middle of an investigation, especially for a book like this, it makes it all the more intriguing. It actually establishes the protagonist and what their skill level is, which is something that you're definitely gonna need when you further progress into a book series.
I'm especially looking forward to the dynamic between, I think their name was Christine and John. I don't know
Christian
why I
and
keep
John,
forgetting
yes.
John's name. John was the cool detective dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Let's talk to this fella.
Leonard. The familiar snake woman would be in the middle of informing Josiah of something seemingly important. When she notices you approach, she would hiss a bit with her serpentine tongue and remain silent. This is a.
Oh, am I?
this is a
Okay,
woman.
sorry.
Is a woman.
Our discussion did not include you. Now, if you do not mind. We're employees around here. Apologies. Hold up, my parents are calling me. Terrible timing. Please entertain my fellas if you do not mind.
Okay, hello Swan's audience. My name is Justin. I lead a guild. Oh boy. This is very awkward. Very awkward. I haven't been asked to entertain an audience in a while. So how are you people doing today? You guys doing good? You hydrating? You doing all that fancy stuff? I certainly hope so.
Sorry for being unprofessional. I return.
I was just asking them how they were doing and whatnot. Practically it.
Thank you, good sir, for doing the entertain. Anyway,
You are absolutely
Lenore, fella, ma'am, we're employees. What did you think of the new book? Did not mean to interrupt your conversation, but I'm curious. It was satisfactory. No, please. I have subjects of significance to discuss with Josiah, and I would appreciate if you leave. Her forked tongue flicks out again as her goggled eyes narrow at you, almost shunning you away. Sorry!
Right.
Well, a lot of people seem to think it's satisfactory. I wonder actually if Athena just happens to, brain please, examine literature and like see if she could guess stuff for fun. Who do you want to talk to next?
That Atlas fellow over there looks pretty interesting.
Ah, yes, indeed. Green. Hello. I don't think I've seen a green-haired person yet, actually.
The young North Star member sits alone in a corner, enjoying his book quietly to himself. He would eat a cupcake deliciously as he reads, ensuring that he does not make a mess.
Are you enjoying the book, good fella?
He jumps, alarmed. Eek! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be so jumpy. You just startled me. Yes, I like the book. He looks down awkwardly. It seems social skills are not his forte.
I am so sorry for scaring you. I'm sorry, good sir. Dude, I'm glad you liked the book, though. It's awesome. I'm excited for the train. Are you okay, though? Like, sir, fella.
Yeah. I'm fine. I am always like this. I'm sorry for being jumpy. I swear it's not you at all. It's my fault.
Okay. Oh.
It's a North Star member.
We're doing
Interesting.
great so far, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Athena just gave us a lecture on diction, which was interesting, actually. Really, it gives some interesting perspective. Lenore, we just accidentally bothered her. And then we scared Atlas. I wonder
Oh my
if Rex
goodness.
is gonna show up, though.
I mean, I can't imagine him not showing up.
Yeah? Okay, fair. I'm both anticipating this moment and dreading it, because it's going to be amusing, but also I might get screeched.
Well, it's work
Yeah,
and whatnot.
fair.
You got to keep a positive environment, and I'm sure someone like Rex knows that as well.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty. He's an intelligent fella. I'm pretty sure he knows that. Well, I hope you enjoy your dinner.
Clockwork, Ironstone Express, prologue. Yeah, this is a very interesting book, to say the least.
I wonder if it's entirely fiction or if it's based on some semi-historical events.
I mean, that's always a possibility. I mean, even outside of this world, there's some very interesting true crime stories from the actual real world.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it mentioned Britain in here. I wonder, do they have a Britain here?
Do they have a Britain here?
Because that would mean that the person that wrote this had to have been a player or someone that knows about outside places if there's not a Britain here. Alright, let's see.
Possibly.
Let's talk to Elena. Let's talk to Elena.
Elena. The young dread girl smiles as she flips through the pages of the new book.
What an enjoyable read. I can't wait for the next chapter. I'll take you enjoyed the new book. Oh yes, mystery novels or dramas have always been had a special place in my heart. I'm quite the fan of this author as well, and I'm excited to see what I'm excited to see what else the novel has in store for us readers. I'm actually quite familiar with the characters as well. This is, after all, not the first work the author's written using these characters. Wait, what? They have been favorites of mine ever since I was a young girl in Dramos. Oh, so this story is spread. This author must be like a. What is the term? World-round author? I don't know. You seem
like
knowledgeable. Please, if you have more, tell me. Oh, I do not know if I'd put it that way. I'm really quite enthused about work such as this, you could say. I do not believe I had seen you in previous meetings. Are you a new member of the club? Or are you one of Josiah's new employees? We be employees, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Elena. I am certain you shall see more of me if you remain at this establishment. I am quite a common customer of Josiah's. I have always loved books, and I use the library as an additional way for me to learn more about Mythos' culture and peoples. I believe we shall get along quite well. I look forward to seeing you around more often. You too. Actually, if I ever stumble into you, please let us have a conversation. I would like to learn more as well about Mythos' cultures and people.
Considering the fact that we are stationed there and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Alright, your pick, good sir.
Who else do we have here? We have Somber, and I think that's everybody else. So I guess we're talking to Somber.
Yeah.
The man places down the book, taking a cupcake from one of the nearby plates, satisfied. What a stupendous introduction to a novel. The author has truly outdone themselves this time, have they not?
Who is the author? I don't know if they've said this before, but who is this? Who is this fella? I need to know, especially if they have other works. I'm being denied knowledge. So you enjoyed the new book?
Absolutely, 100%. A phenomenal beginning to something that will end just as wonderfully. The humor, the plot twist, the exposition, all of it is written rather splendidly, if I do say so myself. Say, I don't believe I've encountered you in the club meeting. It is a pleasure to have a new member in our ranks. My name is Samba. Who might you be?
Well, we actually work here. Personally, my name is Swan.
And my name is Justin. Ah, yes, of course. I should have anticipated such. So nice to see people such as yourselves showing interest into the humble Easthaven bookstore. Although it may be as regal, every job has the same level of significance and importance in this world. Wouldn't you agree? I myself actually work a rather important job in Easthaven. I suppose you could say I am a learned man, and I am fascinated by artifacts of the past. History has so many secrets to be revealed, and the only hints we have is such ancient works of arts. Do you understand what I mean?
I suppose. I mean,
yeah, I suppose so.
Actually,
I knew it! I could tell by that glimmer in your eyes that you're a learned person just like me. How wonderful. To meet another individual just as interested in knowledge of the past. Well, you could say that my fascination led me to a rather regal career with the many royal families.
oh, seriously?
My years of work allowed me the capability to identify a various time periods and utilize of numerous historical pieces of works. You would not believe how many ancient treasures the royal families hold with them.
Okay, you have made me very curious about your existence, good sir. So you can identify ancient artifacts.
Indeed. So you could imagine how absolutely devastated I was upon learning of the thievery. What a tragedy. To have such an irreplaceable dagger as the Blade of Carnage to be stolen by this menace core. I cannot tell you whether they have the knowledgeable of scholar as I am to understand the powers of such a weapon, or if they are merely a seller who is attempting to pawn it off for far too low of a price. Oh, the humanity to such a thing to happen. That dagger was one of a kind. All we can hope is now is that it can be returned safely.
What does the dagger do?
Somber would open his mouth to explain, seemingly excited to have someone speak about such things before Josiah would interrupt. Somber, I was just informed by one of the lieutenants that your sister has... Oh, dear gods! I had completely forgotten! I cannot leave her without a chaperone as long as I already have. It was a pleasure speaking to you, but I'm afraid I must be going now. He smuggles a couple cupcakes into a small bag before departing.
I see you around, good sir. Well, this fella has a sister then. They're also,
He seems like a...
They're very interesting. Why are all the people here interesting? I'm gonna seem so weird because I'm just curious about everyone. Okay, there's no one in that corner. Okay.
Come on, the figure mumbles. This is quite an interesting prologue, I will say, though.
They set it up really well because now we know the main character. We know who probably their partner's gonna be, which is probably Christine. We learned a little bit about their personalities, their skill level, of course. Wonder if Razor's ever gonna come back. Might not be, but...
I have a little bit of a prediction for what's gonna happen possibly in the next book.
Oh?
You see, I mean, obviously you're a player just like me. We log out and whatnot. It almost feels like they're kind of setting up for some kind of Jack the Ripper type story.
Oh.
You ever heard of Jack the Ripper?
Yeah, I've heard of Jack the Ripper.
The most notorious killer in all of London's history. You see, I started taking a liking to these true crime stories, especially that one in particular a long time ago. And it honestly fascinates me that to this day, they never found out who he was, who they were, who she was, if they even could be identified. All this evidence and all these cases just led to completely nothing. And it extremely baffles me to see such stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is actually a really interesting prediction. If you're right, I swear to God.
I mean, they could be setting up to where, you know, it could be a classic murder mystery where it's the game of whodunit.
True, but it could also be where, like, this sort of crime has happened before on different trains, and now this inspector detective dude just happened to be on the one where it occurred.
Very, very true. But I do like how they did establish the main protagonist's skills. It seems very fitting for someone like him to, well, be taking such a case like this. And then the next one, he's being thrown into what seems to be a situation of cold-blooded murder.
I wonder what quite all Christine's talents are, because she can apparently pick locks, I think she said. Or did she say that to John? I don't quite recall. Hold up. Which one of you fellas did the lock picking?
I mean, that could be one of her skills. I think I wouldn't be surprised because lockpicking is probably something you would need in these investigations. Whatsoever happened to the policeman, I assure you that is all true. The captain looks around his officers, sees a lady dressed in embroidery with a school emblem.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Bayridge.
Christine.
Yeah. Christine was the... Yeah, Christine's definitely being set up to be the partner.
She seems somewhat begrudging, though, so I'm wondering what history they might have. Or maybe John's just, like, he rose through, like, stuff so quickly, and Christine maybe was working at her job for years, and then he just kind of came up and, like, showed her up in 0.5 seconds, so...
Quite possibly. But yeah, these are our main protagonists. I'm hoping Razor returns because
yeah, I really do.
He seems like he'd be an interesting subject for Well, I mean a murder novel.
Yeah, the development that Razer could go through as well is quite interesting. Because they're very timid right now. But they seem like they could have a backbone, potentially.
Quite possibly, yeah. Whistles blue. I do like the attention to detail as well.
Mm-hmm.
Every single detail that they place in this prologue just makes me feel much more immersed.
I probably could literally draw all of these characters semi-accurately.
I mean, you could try. There's
could.
no foul in doing something
There
like
is
that.
nothing to stop me.
I mean, I'm sure if you told, if you read this story to, who am I thinking of? Soul.
Mm-hmm.
If you read this to Soul, maybe she would do that.
Actually, yeah. I've been wanting to. Actually, I might steal some of the cupcakes around here for Soul. Don't mind me, sir. Just taking one, taking a souvenir.
I mean, we brought them. Might as well.
Yeah, might as well take one or so for the road.
I am being bombarded with food in the real world. I have gotten myself some lasagna.
Ah, dude, nice. My dinner is something called slop, which sounds disgusting, but it's quite good. It's just Mexican meat and beans, but it's well seasoned, and then it's on some bread, and it's real good.
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good. I mean, just the other day I had some corned beef and whatnot. It may or not be because of the fact that I crafted corned beef in game, and corned beef in game is just it looks just as delicious as it is in the real world.
I've never actually had corned beef.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. It's like a different texture altogether.
Interesting.
I know a lot of people complain about it stinking a lot and whatnot, but that's just kind of the brine you have to put it through. But in the end, it's definitely worth it.
I shall look into this this food item.
Yes. Vanilla cupcake. I have so many cupcakes. I have so many cupcakes because Soul always comes by and
I don't know how Soul makes so many cupcakes. I really don't. I'm confused, actually, partially, on how she makes so many cupcakes.
You could come by and take a look at my Emmy system. There's nothing but sweets, cookies, cakes, cupcakes, and it's all from Soul. It's all from Soul. Just straight up.
How does she where does she get all of this stuff?
I have no idea.
Like, so I'm sorry that I can't consume it.
I honestly I just don't know. I don't know where. She's very committed, so
yeah.
It's like when I was bringing her into the Peacekeepers, I gave her honorary emerald, considering the fact that she's part of library as well.
I'm perfectly fine with library members joining a guild, because I don't quite consider library to be a guild.
I mean, you said yourself it's an organization.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a guild when I first heard about it, considering the fact that I had to run away during the war, because I kind of got dragged into that. But you know, you guys seem like you're very knowledgeable and whatnot.
We try to be. We've had history.
Well, I'm glad that, you know, everything's okay now.
Yeah,
Players are not going against each other.
I'm very glad. That was a mess in itself. I tried really hard to make them take back that war declaration, but in the end, I had no choice. Because they were just killing my people, and it's kind of like, I can't really let that continue.
We've all had our faults, honest this one. Everybody's done something bad in the world.
Yeah, I've become a believer in second chances because of all that.
Yeah. They're good people. They have good intentions.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I guess you could say that some of their actions might be a little controversial, but
yeah,
that's just how it is sometimes.
I mean, Rex has undeniably helped many people.
Speaking of the Dread himself, there he is. Afternoon, Rex.
Well, this has become a stare down, hasn't it?
And he's leaving.
Ah.
Well, that was just as planned, I guess.
Run, you already have money, just go.
Is that your stream chat? Run, you already have money.
That's pretty good, River. Ah! Oh my god.
Sorry.
Come on, we can't be that surprising.
Why?
Why can't we be surprising, or why are we here?
It is impossible for any living player on this goddamn server to leave me alone for a day. A day. It just, look, no matter what, I learned to tolerate Marshy's presence, okay? Because she just kept showing up. But everyone else, consistently, every day, just repetitively, I wake up, I go about my business, and once you assholes found out where I am, it's all you ever do. What's so entertaining about being around me? Do you like tormenting me, or you just wake up and you go, hey, there's this fucking Rex guy. Let's just go out of our way to inconvenience him at every possible turn. You know, every single personal thing that he does that, you know, he kind of tries to keep private. Let's figure out what that is and then intrude on that. Just butt our way in there. Just bother him at every possible turn.
So he thinks we're tormenting him.
Okay, you can think that we're tormenting you, but we work here too, by the way.
I literally found out yesterday that you worked here.
Same.
I wish I would have found out, because then I would have quit. But now it's too late.
Is it really that bad?
I hate you.
Yes, I'm aware, but we can't just ignore each other, go about our work, you know, be professionals.
I hate you.
Okay, so apparently that means you cannot be professional in my presence.
Ay. Even after everything that's happened, you still dread her appearance.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that. I truly do. But whether you like it or not, they're working here, we're working together, and honestly, I think now is not the time to even engage in any arguments, fights, or anything, because Josiah wouldn't appreciate that.
Let's club some books.
Well, that's a start.
Yeah, we should probably go talk to Josiah, actually.
Yeah, we can do that. Hello. Oh, I'm doing it. Okay. Hello there. I'm glad you could make it to this meeting. Please feel free to help yourself to cupcakes and discussions with like-minded individuals. Today we will be discussing the prologue to the new and upcoming mystery novel, Just Like Clockwork. Is this like some fucking psychological experiment? Do you guys not like picking options?
Well, we've been here. We've been doing our work, so this is you, buddy.
You've been here? You've been through all of these dialogues?
Yes.
Then shoo! Why are you still here then?
Because we haven't quite finished everything yet. We just did those dialogues.
This one with Josiah?
Yes.
Okay.
We also talked to pretty much everyone, but, you know.
If you talk to everyone, why are you here?
Because we have to tell Josiah we finished.
Then you finished. Shoo.
Bruh. Okay. Well, let's get this over with, Justin.
Sure. Well, have you completed your assignment?
We finished talking to everyone.
Wonderful. Here's your payment for the day then. Thank you for your attendance to the meeting. I'll see you at your next shift then. You're free to go.
Thank you, good sir.
Thank you, Josiah. Well, I guess we should go now.
Yep. Take care, Rex.
Well, I guess that wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad. But then again, we also, I suppose, got here beforehand, so we didn't have to stay in his presence for terribly long.
Well, I mean, we were still here just talking
Yeah.
about with members and whatnot. So even then, Josiah didn't say we couldn't mingle.
Yeah.
Well, knowing Rex, he'll probably come on eventually. I'm guessing what I told him actually made him realize something, you know?
Well, he's gonna have to get over his hatred of me eventually. Vanguard and Library can't seem to stay away from each other, and he kinda sticks around Vanguard even though he's the leader of Blood Oath.
Personally, his words don't affect me.
Yeah.
I've been told worse. I mean, I've been called a beast. That's
Why have you been called a beast?
I don't know. It's something that I'd have to tell you about. Something that was very weird, I'd say. Well, I'm sure you heard. Well, obviously, I heard you and Soul got wrapped into that whole nightmare stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the nightmare's gone. I'd be glad to tell you that.
That's good.
That was quite the fight. Had to take a lot of baths because we all reeked of flux. Yeah, there was something strange that happened. Honestly, nothing really surprises me anymore. There was this before we fought the nightmare once and for all, there was this teal version of Rex.
Oh, how many forms does this man have?
I have no idea. That's the strangest part. He looked exactly like Rex, but he had a more teal appearance, and he had this gemstone in his eye. And he kind of just appeared before us and talked about how this nightmare stuff was all our fault, considering the fact that we only angered it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I saw how they were treating the situation.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Did not.
I heard about that.
I think I know why they were acting.
About how Ovik and Lily mocked it.
Yeah.
More specifically, Ovik.
They were all doing it, honestly. Ovik came up with quips quicker, but they were all doing it. And I think I know why. I gathered that it's fueled on fear or something, I think. And so they were trying not to show fear, but they were just coming off as hella insensitive to Kat and Blank, who...
It was negativity that it was feeding off of.
Well, there was a hell of a ton of negativity there, I must say.
Yeah.
It was
a very harsh battle.
It's probably why that nightmare actually ended up locking their way into whatever grove I heard about.
You see, I don't know about that part, and I'd rather not ask because that's Blood Oath info, but I had to find out through Cam that that battle was really intense. But, you know, it's over now. But the peculiar thing about Teal Rex, as we like to call him, is it's as if he knows us. Like, he looked straight through our souls and knew exactly who we were. He pointed out every single one of us and told us something about ourselves. And when he pointed at me, he said, I can tell that that's a beast right there.
What?
I don't know what that means.
You're literally in charge of a group called Peacekeepers.
Like I said, it's weird. He said Cam was the purest being of them all. Again, we have no idea what that means. I'm not sure. I completely forgot what he said about Danny.
Yeah, I heard Danny was there. That was kind of stupid of him, to be honest.
He fought hard, and
I respect him for that.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, but Library isn't very well equipped. None of us do Thaumcrafts or anything, so we don't have armors that, you know, can take hits from magic well.
Even with Thaumcraft, it didn't stand a chance. I was lucky enough to mend my armor several points of the battle, so I didn't break anything, but Lily's Thaumian Fortress armor, Cam's Fortress armor,
Yeah, I heard she was on her
obliterated.
3rd set of that stuff, apparently.
Yeah. The Nightmare completely obliterated it. It's very strange, though, because I've been having this weird thing happen to me anytime I'm caught up in a conflict.
Oh?
There's this sudden urge. There's this urge to just consume whatever I have. Food-wise,
That's
and
odd.
it's very odd, and I don't know what it's all about, but I've been dabbling into Thaumcraft myself to see if there's any remedies or anything to counteract that, but so far I haven't found anything.
I'm planning to try to do research, so I could attempt to help you out with coming up with a remedy of some kind, although my methods would by far not be Thaumcraft related whatsoever.
Well, as long as I'm not entirely within conflict and intense moments, which I'm trying not to be, obviously.
Yeah.
The library versus Blood Oath and Vanguard war was just something I got tagged along in. And
I apologize for that, by the way.
It's fine. As soon as it started, I left immediately, and I had to come back to pick up Soul because she was being killed.
Yeah. I'm highly grateful you did, actually. I don't think I've had an opportunity to express just how grateful I am that you did that.
I wasn't about to let her just die over and over again, even with Rex fully consumed by Flux. Granted, I was hesitant. I was, but you know, it's in my nature. Soul's a good person, and she doesn't deserve to be around all of that.
Yeah. But another issue is she tries to be so grown up, and I don't quite know how to handle that because she always wants to be in things that are dangerous, and it's hard to give someone a childhood that refuses to let themselves have a childhood that isn't filled with that stuff.
She's got a heart, that's for sure.
She really does.
She definitely wants to help out more in any way, shape, or form. She doesn't want anybody to fight. Which, for the most part, it has worked so far, I'd say. I mean, I've only seen a few conflicts, but they're just minor arguments, no wars or anything.
I'm pretty sure people are very vehement about not getting into a war with other players again. Not after what happened.
Yeah,
although
of course not.
The war still has left its marks. There's peace, but people are still, what's the word? I have a feeling that the image they concocted about me still remains, to be honest, in Vanguard, even though it was truly false. And a lot of other things. There's peace, but people haven't had a chance to talk things over to get an understanding so that old things can be put to rest.
I can see where they're getting at, though.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's so much other conflict that's going on between NPCs and whatnot that there's no time for talking. We didn't have time to celebrate for festivals before the cultists showed up. There's no time for talking, sadly. It's only time for action.
Yeah.
Which, I wish it wasn't that way, but it is nice to at least get around, you know, walk around a place like Easthaven. Explore out a bit.
Have you seen the guilds?
I've seen Foria. I've seen the Foria Guild, but I don't know much about North Star.
I don't know them either. I only know Foria, to be honest.
Foria, they seem like nice people.
Yeah, they kind of seem like a family unit in a way. Well, not like they're all related or anything. It's just they're close, like family.
I mean, yeah, it would seem that way.
Yeah.
They all seem to have their own unique quirkiness to them, especially Chi. The fact
Very
that she wants
much
to fight.
Chi. Like one day I probably will, you know, spar, and I am predicting that I'm going to fail miserably.
Well, take it as a learning experience.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been terribly good at fighting, something I've always needed to work on, but haven't really necessarily had the time. But being thrown into a leadership position you didn't know you were going to get kind of does that sometimes. Do you have anything else to do? Oh, there's Sin. You have a theory about Justin Flame. When the nightmare was around, he said that him and Justin were very similar, which made me think that he is either a fallen angel or something connected with void or darkness.
I can nor confirm nor deny.
Oh, where'd Sin? Did Sin just yeet? Okay.
I guess Sin's just running around and whatnot. I mean, there is still a lot to explore. And Rex is gambling. There's no surprise there.
Sin did say they wanted to gamble.
I mean, I'm actually gonna keep my paycheck. I kind of
Yeah.
blew my last one on gambling, and all I got was dirt.
I blew my last one on just books, so I need to build up a treasury for library just in case anything ever happens again, so that we can potentially buy what we need. Because I prepared everyone the best I could, but the highest stuff I can get is like quickly is diamond like armor that's enchanted to the best of my ability, and then like nano sabers.
Oh, there he goes. It seems like you really know what you're doing with library. It really is an organization.
I try.
Treasury and everything. That's as much as I would love to have that in Peacekeepers. We're more on the guild side of things. We're not particularly organization worthy.
Well, I want library to be more than what it originally was intended to be. It was intended to help people and spread knowledge, but I want there to be research. I'm thinking it can take on a more school-like thing, honestly.
I am stuck jumping now.
Oh no, is that?
What?
Literally not pressing the space
Yeet.
bar.
Okay, I moved you a bit. Yay. Okay, so okay,
try hitting your space bar.
Do I have permission to?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There
Finna be like, should I punch you? See if that works.
I literally lagged while I was leaving. I
no.
saw that Rex was gambling. I was like, I am not going.
I'm saving my paycheck this time. All I got was dirt the last time I wasted money
Well,
on
if you
gambling.
still
I did
need
I
to-
did get a platinum coin though.
Oh, nice. If you still need to go gamble to test your theory, I mean, I have nothing else to do.
I mean, we could.
I'm not going to gamble myself, but I will observe.
I don't really have any money though.
Ah,
That's the
then how did you intend to gamble?
It's called Mint. It was like, here you go. Felt bad for me.
Wait, so
I
then
did
you
it
have a
twice.
mana infused. Oh, I thought you said you hadn't done it yet.
I did.
Okay,
said I
apparently
did.
I'm deaf.
I said that I went with Mint and Mint gave me a coin, and then my eyes started like going all weird.
I mean, it is interesting. You have the.
Hold on. Where's the
You have the
bank?
appearance
Is this
of
the
dread.
bank? This is not the bank, is it? That's a hall.
That
Hold on.
that place is under investigation.
Oh, right.
That's the bank
Whoops.
right there.
Okay,
Big
here's the
quartz
bank.
building.
So, what did it take for your eyes to turn red?
I don't really know. I just went. I just grabbed the coin. Now it's just, I don't know.
Okay, I'm
Just
gonna
like start.
hold it.
I mean, it's a mana infused coin, so it's got some magic tied to it. So, are you like allergic to magic?
No, if they're a dread's actually somewhat addicted to magic in a way, like Thaumcraft. That's how Rex was getting before the war.
I mean, we don't know 100% if you are a dread, but you do have the appearance of one.
All right,
I
so it
wanna talk
costs
to-
some silver coins, I think, to get it, and I've spent a singular gold coin. We're gonna go test this. We're gonna go test this now. You know, if we're
Well, you two can go test. I think I'm gonna head back home.
all right, makes sense.
Okay.
Some other time you
Ah.
can. You offered to show me your ME system. I will hold you to that.
Just to see all the food
Yes,
I have
just-
in Instant Soul. Anyways, see you guys later.
See ya.
Alright.
Let us venture. Oh, be warned, if we do run into Rex, he's going to, probably speak about how he hates me again.
And I don't know. I'll probably try to talk to Rex later then, because I do need to talk to him
I
about.
mean, you could talk
Dread.
to him now. I mean, don't let my existence stop you. I can go stand out in a hallway or something.
But I don't know Rex. I don't really know Rex. I don't really know what to
Just
Oh,
ask
no.
about dreads. And if he doesn't tell you, well then he doesn't tell you. He can be quite intimidating, but don't let it push you around.
Weird. It's down here.
Not sure, but we're gonna go buy some coins. Okay. How much can I
Use
get?
that.
Okay. Okay, I can buy 3 coins. Okay. So I'm gonna keep 1 for myself, but we're gonna give you 2 for the test. Commit the gamble.
But
Commit the gamble, good sir. Oh, Jesus.
Hmm.
You got gold.
Hmm.
Oh,
Everything
your
fine?
eyes are redder. That's an interesting reaction. So mana infused coin. Interesting.
Everything fine?
Yeah, no, your eyes were just redder. That was interesting. Okay,
Here's.
I'm commit a gamble now. Here we go. Gambling doesn't like me.
Well, I guess here you go.
And
Since it
you,
is your,
I mean,
you know,
okay. I
it
did
is your money.
Okay, fair, sure. In a way, then you did earn me back what I spent in a way, and a little extra. Perhaps you're skilled with gambling. My luck hates me, so that was not going anyway.
I guess.
Well, that's all my stuff done in Easthaven. Do you have anything else you need to do?
No, I just wanted to test if my eyes changed. Because I just heard that they did.
Oops. Well, they most certainly do, which is interesting. I haven't heard about that occurring before, to be honest. Don't mind me. Okay. Actually, I can come show you, or you can come with me and I can show you what I've been working on. If you'd like.
Yeah, I'm not really doing anything. The only thing I
Alright.
really came for.
You're gonna see a war memorial. So I'm about to make Sin a test subject. You know me too well, Ruda. Not literally. There is consent involved here, but I am curious about your eyes. I don't know enough about the races of this world. I haven't ever heard of eyes changing color. Okay, I've heard of eyes somewhat glowing, / becoming a different color, but that was possession via the Yurashi. Which they're supposedly extinct. And your eyes are not orange right now, so you know. Plus your eyes are already kind of a red. They're like a reddish brown, more so, normally.
Could it be something to do with the magic then? It's just like making my eyes red.
Oh, well.
No.
Cat's here. Interesting.
And rice.
Now's your chance if you want, Sin.
Okay, cool.
We go to their call.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but...
Sin, if you want to ask, do it.
Chance. I'm sorry to ask this, but I don't really know that much about dreads. Could you inform me something?
Oh yeah, because you got the horns.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll give you the quick run through, a crash course, because I had to learn everything the hard way. A lot of things you won't like, not a whole lot of upsides. Congratulations, you are now partially half demon, something like that. I don't know. You're definitely not a dragon tread, I'm pretty sure anyway, but that isn't... Dragon dreads are rare, so that's not like it would be anything bad or anything. So, the fact is you're partially demon. What that pretty much entails is, well, I don't know what that entails exactly. you're going to get an addiction to magic if you haven't already, then sooner or later. You're going to find yourself craving it. You're going to want to research and things like that. And if you go too long without it, you'll start going through withdrawals. That won't be fun. So if I were you, try to keep it in doses. Try to stay away from the bad stuff. Dreads are characterized by insanity. Almost every single one of them turn insane because they're born from the void. If you don't want that to happen to you, avoid warp as much as you can. Try to prolong your flux formation as much as possible. That says avoid flux, avoid wielding flux. Otherwise, you get a cool arm like me. You know, you can see this cool little hand right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want that. It sucks sometimes.
I see.
Red eyes. The only thing I can tell you about red eyes is that dreads, based on their eye color, apparently are different levels of rarity and possibly are indicative of different levels of power. And red is actually pretty rare, if I recall correctly. So, who knows? Maybe you're a little magic wielder and we don't know it. But if you aren't careful, you will go insane. So, be careful.
I will.
That's all you really need to know. Just tread lightly. No one gave me the warning until it was a little too late for me, so I'm gonna give it to you now. Careful around flux, careful around warp. Do whatever it takes to study as much magic as you can, and pray to God you don't run out of things to study.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything
Thank
else?
you.
No problem.
No, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, well, I'm around, so if you need something, just hunt me down, because everyone does. Like, insistently. Just no matter where I am, they always find it. Just don't worry about it.
It was a coincidence.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes,
Thank
because
you,
I love
Rex.
your company so
No
much,
problem.
Rex.
Come on, ghost girl.
See? He can be nice.
Yes, he's nice and he doesn't really know me. It doesn't really have anything to judge him.
Well, just don't be mean. You're probably fine.
I'm not a mean person.
What?
I'm not a mean person. I know people told me I'm
Oh shit, we waited too long, it's dark. Oh no. We can't escape.
well, looks like we're gonna be here for a while.
Oh, whoops. Someone slept. Sleep. Please. Help. We're stuck in Easthaven.
Well, we can go visit Cam, then Cam said that they're at work. We're waiting.
Oh, Cam is?
Yeah.
You know what?
I
Sure then.
of.
Let me just go give them back my power armor.
Same, oh my god.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Okay, I can fly again. Nice. Thank you. We're free. Hello, Gino. Take us back to the Mythos. Okay, now that I'm done with that stuff, I'm going to, be eating my food actively. Because it's already cold. So, time to suffer.
Is your chat game ASMR?
I'm hoping not.
No.
The blacksmith is working on a project and whispering to herself, "Damn it, Pasher, why can't you just get it right? Tell me what you're working on, ma'am." Have you seen the Onkar Library?
But I accidentally ate some type of food, and now every generation is strength.
Huh. What did you consume?
Just ate pizza.
You just got strong.
Pizza too strong.
Pizza is the food of the gods, obviously.
I couldn't tell. I'll save it.
This is the Onkar Library, if you haven't been here before. We got some stuff on historical locations, nonfiction, the occult, morphology, and the Sun Civilization. Basically, pretty much most of the stuff that the Raven Guard library has, we might have it as well. Yes, Ruta, Papa Rex teaching the children.
Oh, Ruda.
I don't know why I showed you this, it's just, it's nice, and I'm happy.
It's fine. I mean, I do need to learn more about stuff.
Well, we'll take Ruta's nether portal to get to my place quicker so I can show you the war memorial.
Stairs. Or ladders, I mean. Oh.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask you if the nether fucks up for you. Hold on.
You usually don't, but there is
Okay.
a slight chance.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
There's like a 2% chance.
The 2% chance of it killing you.
Yes.
We go with... Well, I didn't know some things about Dread, so that was actually somewhat informational to me as well.
I mean, now I need to actually start, I guess, consistent magic.
Yeah, although in doses I suppose is the best way. Because if you run out of it, you're gonna have to start inventing it, which is where things go quite dangerous. Have you heard of Raven Guard before it was named Raven Guard?
Because I was with Ellie for a little.
Well, it was called Grand Guard previously, and the library archives were the location of study done by someone named Blank, who is a ghost that we know. She's actually staying on my island for a bit. Oh, I should put the book on the You're right, Ruda, I'll do that. Pardon me. Ah, I'm dying, slowly. But it's okay, I actually have water next to me this time. But basically, she was trying to invent something that could change the weather. And that went quite badly. I'm actually quite interested in learning more about Cam. Because from what I've heard, she actually takes Thaumcraft very carefully. And if that's the case, if she's not just, you know, saying words, then I might actually be able to trust her with Thaumcraft. I've literally only ever been able to trust one person with Thaumcraft. I don't have a boat on me, do I? You need a boat. Hold up.
No wonder. I'm one barring now. Because
Oh,
I went to the nether.
I'm so sorry, Sam. I didn't realize I would curse you.
I have the curse of soul.
Apparently being in my presence is a curse itself, so, apologies, good sir. Okay, put the cupcakes I got for Danny and Soul in that chest.
Who's Danny?
Danny's my son. I have 2 children. Danny, I don't actually know how old they are, but Soul is a younger child, kind of.
I know Soul is one of your children, and Jazzy is your brother. I never heard of Danny.
Danny is a blonde with blue eyes. I haven't seen them around in a bit. They're a player like me, so they're not like Soul. You are a player, right?
Yes, I have a chat.
Okay, good to know. Because when I first met Soul and when I first adopted her, it was jokingly, because I didn't realize that I thought she was a player. So I don't want to make the mistake again of assuming people are players, because there are some NPCs that actually can respawn, like Jazzy. How they have that power, I don't quite know.
What about Soul?
Soul is a native of this world. She is from Rem.
I know that Soul is an NPC because that's like the first thing Soul told me, basically.
I also have, like, 2 nieces now, apparently, so... Alright, so we head this way, and we should see the memorial. You can interact a bit.
I guess this is the war that happened.
This is a depiction of it somewhat. It's... Well, I was the leader of the I am the leader of the library still, but at the time, you know, I was the leader, so I'm representing that side of the conflict. And Rax was the main focus, somewhat, of the other side, so there, Rax is representing Vanguard and Blood Oath. Although I might be adding Lily actually somewhere. I might expand this, this rock, to add Lily. But there is, etchings, like for, I guess, my statue. This statue represents the Library of the Lions and their allies during the Balnearis Prolium War. This translates from Latin to Bathhouse War. It just sounds cooler in Latin, guys. There's a small blurb etched into the flat base of the statue just before Swan's feet. Sometimes wars don't have winners. Sometimes clarity is all we can ask for. War has no place amongst players. Let it never happen again. It says the same blurb on the other side, but, you know, for Vanguard / Blood Oath. This will be the centerpiece of the small town / yeah, just a town, really. It's probably never going to be big enough to be a city. But this will be the centerpiece for a park that will be in the middle of it. Why are you laughing? Oh, wait. Please? Okay, this one does say statue. Rack's good. Shh, don't question.
Out of character,
Yes.
out of character, I went to Rex chat and make him do cardio, so I'm laughing.
Nice. You see,
I
I'm
was
cool.
telling-
I'm on YouTube. They can't make me do that stuff.
Fair enough. See, I stream on Twitch, but I'm gonna start uploading the VODs and stuff on YouTube for people.
Well, we can probably head back to my island now. This is all I was going to show.
Just to let you know, as soon as I got here, there's a giant lag spike.
Oh. Well, that's probably because of this.
Yeah.
The chisel in bits. So don't come here unless you're prepared to die. I chiseled... Okay, so I started on this one. I chiseled this all by hand. And then it was copied over here. So, like, this will kill people. If it kills people too much, I'll probably just make it a straight-up regular platform. I fully returned and figured they had made corn, so corn power. Yes. Yes, we can. Swan, go do cardio. Okay. What does cardio even entail, bruh? Do you want my anemic self to just die or come back breathing heavy because I'm so pathetic? Is that what you want, Ruda?
Just start running in game.
Just,
cardio.
you know, yeah, you know what, I'm running. You know, we'll take off my power armor. Look, I'm running. Look at me go. I'm zooming around these statues. Doing a figure 8.
I mean,
There, I did cardio. Yes, suffer. No, Ruda.
I have been learning Thaumcraft stuff. Only 'cause
It's
that was-
necessary for you.
Yeah. I mean, no wonder I've been like, magic crystals
Magic.
lately. Or basically more about I went mining and gathered a bunch of crystals, and then like I've non-stop been wanting to learn more.
I probably need to ask Cam to try to teach me. I'm never going to actually do Thaumcraft, but having a base understanding of what some things mean, and so I can identify it, that would be quite helpful. Because without information, I can't make good judgment calls. Although perhaps you should try to find yourself a teacher.
Oh, Cam's teaching me actually.
Oh damn, maybe I'll just actually ask Cam then. Be like, Cam, let me sit in on the children's lesson.
Yeah, Soul just yoinked me to one of the lessons, and that's how I got the Cloud Stepper. The Cloud Room.
Yeah, my Cloud Stepper boots kept getting murdered. ZK, the founder of Library, tended to supply me with some Thaumcraft items, and I trusted him with it. He was always very careful with Thaumcraft, so... But everyone else, Rex, it's kind of obvious why I don't trust him with it, even though he's probably one of the most knowledgeable. He might actually even know more than ZK. Ovek. Well, Ovek's Ovek.
Well, now I have a question about the flex horn that he was talking about.
Well, he was fully purple, and he threatened to send me to the void.
Oh, it's like a meaner version of people then?
I don't think so. It's like, if they're from the void, perhaps it's utilizing that.
Okay. Before we go any further, what is warp and flex?
Okay. Flex? Not flex, it's flux.
Flex tape,
F-L-U-X.
okay? Flex tape. I am
Flex
going
tape,
with that because
guys.
my mind went
Okay.
gone.
It's a unique
My mind
character
left.
quirk. You call flux flex.
There you go.
I also wanted to mention the books from the... Swan, I got a
Flux.
question for you. Are you adopting... Guys, I'm an
Like character.
orphanage. No,
Out of character.
This is out of character, but Sin, no. No, I'm not adopting Sin.
No, I am not being adopted. I already work peace. I already live. I have my own place at Peacekeepers.
Yeah. Library meeting. Not only will you have a librarian job, you also get paid and possibly get some books from the book meeting. Yeah, like, see, literally, I don't understand how Rex didn't expect me to be there. Like, I'm sorry, good sir, but I am clearly obsessed with books. Books are like what I guess freaking Thaumcraft is to him. Books, giveth.
Are
I
you
get-
a librarian, Dread? You're the
I'm a librarian, Dread, guys. I got some horns secretly hidden in this hair, you know? I got so much of it. I mean... You ain't getting my books, boy. Ellie, I am not taking books from your library, hush. I'd ask, and if I was told no, I'd accept the no. Gosh. We got Papa Rex and Mama Swan not related whatsoever. Are you trying to do a frowny face, or what were the two not parentheses, you know what I'm talking about. The two things at the end of your sentence were... Sorry, my previous message was cut off. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Willow.
Well, okay, let's get back to, you know,
Yeah.
warp and flux
So,
and flex tape.
and flex tape. I have a very bad understanding of this, but I'll do my best to explain what I know. So, I know, warp is what you get from studying dark material that your mind can't quite handle. It can be got, there's temporary warp, which will fade over time so long as you don't do anything to, you know, make it stay. Or, like, you know, increase. And then I think there's permanent warp. I'm not sure how you get permanent warp, to be honest. But too much of it starts warping your mind. You will go insane, I think. Flux is, well, it can cause taint, which affects the land, and can affect creatures around it, animals and stuff. And it's a very powerful, Rex uses, you see these injuries actually? The thing that some people for some reason have described as bullet holes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were caused by Rex's flux bolt. And they haven't been healing, so it's not good stuff. So, tampering with flux and darker things, like I think there's a study called, you know, related to Eldritch, that can get you warp, which will negatively affect your mind. And just being around flux is not fun. that's basically my extensive knowledge on that. I really don't know much about Thaumcraft, which is why I do want to learn more, enough that I can understand these topics, because that's... being ignorant of things like that is not something I want to do as a leader, so...
We might probably have to ask Cam or Rex again.
Yeah.
For more information.
Rex is more rash, I think, with Thaumcraft, so Cam might be a better bet.
Yeah, but according, like, I guess Rex has dealt with it more though.
True. If you're not asking them to show you things, Cam would probably be better. But if you're asking, wait, my brain just died. If you want to be shown how to do stuff like a genuine teacher in that regard, I'd say go with Cam. But if you want to ask for, you know, experience and like things people have encountered, I'd say go with Rex, because he's definitely encountered that stuff. He's even had a flux formation. And apparently, somehow, it was living in my walls, which I don't comprehend, because I thought Flux Form Rex was Rex. And maybe he is, and maybe I'm just seeing things, but that man was in my wall, and it was weird.
But, mine went blank, actually.
Oh no, Sin.
Forgot what I was gonna say, but I think it was gonna be important, but never mind.
I literally hate it when I do that. I despise it when I do that. Anyway, let's return to my island. Oh, there's already a boat here. Nice. You can steal that boat. I realized I took off my power armor. I was like, why am I not flying? We knew. This island will eventually be connected to mine with, like, things you can jump across.
You're gonna make people do parkour?
Well, it's very easy. I can even show you, like, the kind of stuff that it'd be, because I have some that's connected to my secondary research location, which is where I do any experiments that are even related to anything Thaumcraft. AKA someone else would be doing it, but, you know, I'd be involved. This is my research tower. I still need to get the floors fixed, and apparently my teleportation device to the second floor is still out of order. I think. Yep. Fun times. It's okay, I can get up there. Anyway. So question, what happened to the tons of books Osiris had in his original home in Bay Garden? They're probably on some, I know they're on some shelves, most likely. I can go check. Actually, yeah, no. Yeah, this is literally the types of jumps it will be. This is not difficult. They're close together in case people don't have cloud steppers. But, like, if you fall into the ocean from that, you're bad. This is my secondary research location. I haven't made a way to get to the second glass floor, but up there will probably just be used for storage. I had prepared for research. Why have I been messaged? Who messaged me? Ruta is telling me again to put the book in the library. Yes, I will, Ruta. I will put the book in the library, but am I on car right now? The answer is no. I am not. Okay, I'm gonna go check Osiris's room real quick. You don't know Osiris, but that's okay. Because apparently they want to know what happened to Osiris's books. See, they're here. It's fine. Okay, bye, Osiris. Molly hasn't stopped by. I'm sad. I haven't gotten to see my niece in a bit. Also, apparently I have another niece, which I know so little about, named Ambi, so that's interesting. His family keeps growing. And I don't... Oh, somehow this picture loaded. Wow, look, guys, it's more Kaleem. Your memory is shit. Don't shoot the messenger. Thank you, Ruda. Thank you for, fight me. Anyway. Is this a copy, actually? I don't know if you can make copies of Bibliocraft books. I might keep it for now. I'll put it on the shelf. Any case, that's probably gonna be it for me today. Because number one, I need to sleep. Because I was an idiot and haven't slept. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm sorry today was short, guys. I'm sorry. But, pardon me. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all had a good time. Existence. Yee. Blue Jay, if that question's directed to me, I'm doing pretty okay. I just need sleep. So...